Hello, Internet Nation. Alexander here. And while I am inspired and slightly inebriated, I felt like now is the perfect time to share this video with you all. So, a little while ago, I came up with a little meditation, a little ritual to do to let go because I am very bad at letting go. I don't even know what it truly means to let go of something because all my brain does is dwell on things because I have a very traumatic past. So, here on this channel, we're all about growing together and healing together and figuring this shit out. So, I figured I will share it with you in case there's anybody out there who also has a hard time of letting go and needs something that helps, even just like 1%, because 1% is better than 0%. And usually it makes me feel better, which is all you can really ask for, So to start out, I like to. Let's start out by grounding ourselves. Do it however you like to do. I like to imagine a roots coming out of me from the root chakra, which is around the pelvic region. I see myself as part tree, more tree than human. So I like to imagine roots and connecting to the plants in my general vicinity, or I guess like the mass of plants, the plants that are connected around. So usually that equates to me spreading roots down to the ground and then connecting with whatever tree is around my house or plants that are around my house and envisioning my energy mixing with their energy. You can even go all the way down to the center of the earth if you like. And then I like to take whichever hand after I feel nice and centered in my body. Ooh, let's go even deeper. Sorry, I'm making this up as I go because usually it's just an intuitive thing. Most of the things with me are intuitive, but usually it's just an intuitive thing, and I do this on the fly. This is my first time trying to explain the process to somebody else. I'm so sorry. This is not a guided meditation. This is just something to think back on when you're sitting with yourself and you're thinking about something and you want to let go. But anyway, after grounding and connecting to however you want to connect, some people connect to the universe, some people connect to the earth, some people connect to the core. I just see myself spreading roots from my root chakra down into the ground and then connecting a beam of energy from my crown chakra up to the universe. That can be whatever you believe in. You can connect to God, you can connect to the sky, you can connect to the universe, whatever. Just create a stream of energy that connects you to all that is and grounds you to the physical. Then focus all my energy down to my center, around the stomach, I guess, the sacral chakra that would be. I like to imagine it at my belly button, where the center of the human body would be. I hear that's where we keep ourselves, so that's where I like to connect it. Focus on that energy for a little bit. Focus on yourself. Think about your higher self and try to connect to your divine being. And then I take whatever hand it is that I release energy from. They say that we have a hand that we absorb with and a hand that we release with. For me, that would be my right hand, but also keep in mind that I'm left-handed. So the left hand is the hand that grabs for everything. Therefore, that is the hand that I perceive that I receive with, but I'm also ambidextrous, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, the hand, I like to focus on the center of the palm, the eyeball in my fucking palm tattoo. Let me open my eyes so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. But I like to focus on this point right here, at the very center of my palm. And I've always seen myself as a black hole. So we're going to go with the black hole method, which is what I guess I'm going to call it. And after connecting with yourself, imagine whatever hand that is your... Did I say receiving before, or did I say, what would be the word? Exerting, releasing? Imagine whichever hand is your releasing hand, the hand that you would release energy back into the universe with. Imagine that one. At the center of that one, there is a black hole. A tiny black hole forms from the center of your palm. It's stable. It's balanced. Therefore, it's not going to collapse on itself. It just is. And hold it in your palm. It's not really touching you. It's just hovering right above you. Not connected to anything. Now, envision this little black hole in your hand. It might get a little bit heavy because it is a black hole, but be ready for that. And now I want you to take everything that you want to release and put it in the black hole. Let me see, what do I want to release right now? I take self-doubt and I put it in the black hole. I take anxiety and I put it in the black hole. I take fear and I put it in the black hole. Those are just things I feel in general. Feel free to get as specific with it as you want. The anxiety over how slow my dogs walk, I take that and I put it in the black hole. My inability to support myself, my anxiety over that, I take that and I put it in the black hole. My fear of loss, abandonment, rejection, being left out, I take that and I put it in the black hole. Take everything that is bothering you that you want to release, acknowledge it, and then put it into the black hole. Now, everyone here is familiar with what a black hole does, right? It takes energy, it sucks everything in. Black holes, if you didn't know, are pretty much the center of our universe. Everything is spinning around a black hole. Our universe, well, when you break it down, I guess, our galaxy is spinning around the sun. Is the galaxy spinning around the sun or the solar system? What is the solar system exactly? The solar system, our galaxy, is rotating around the sun, but the sun is rotating around a black hole. I mean, granted, the sun can be rotating around a bigger star that is then rotating around a black hole. I don't know the exact details of what is rotating around what right now. As I said, inebriated, work with me here. But all these things rotating around a black hole, and everything close to the black hole is being sucked into it. Light is being sucked into it. Where it goes, who knows? We're not going to worry about that right now because we're just releasing. So everything that you don't want to dwell on, take it, visualize it, and then give it to the black hole. It's going to suck it up. Now, when you're done releasing everything that you want to release, and you can do this as many times as you want. I like to sit with this and do it anytime I feel anxious about any given thing. Just sit there and think about a situation that's bothering me. Why is it bothering me? Break it down to every aspect. Like, there was a situation that happened the other day where I got really emotional and I was upset. So I broke down. Why am I upset? I feel left out because I can't really see what's happening and I'm not involved in it. I felt insecure because I get jealous in relationships and I don't want to not be involved in this thing that's happening with this person that I care about very deeply, but I'm also jealous that this other person is doing this to this person that I care about deeply. And as much as I have no say in this thing that was pre-established before me, I still have feelings about it. I felt violated because it was happening in my space, and I didn't consent to that. At the same time, I didn't think to establish the boundary of, hey, don't do that in my space, which I thought about after, which, is another thing that could possibly cause fear and guilt, because why didn't I think of establishing that boundary while the thing was happening? Because that would be a thing to do, because if the people care about you, they're going to respect that boundary. But if you didn't establish that boundary, then it's really on you for not saying anything. So you break down the situation, you break down everything that's happening. You understand why you felt that way, and you work through it. But the things that you can't work through, or not even to say that, but the things that you can't, or that you don't fully understand right now, or you do understand it, and you understand why you felt that way, but right now you can't heal that, or you can't, I don't know how to describe it. But I feel like you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Like, you want to release it because you want to work on it, or you're working on it. But at the same time, you know that this current aspect is something that you just need to breathe through. You just need to accept. You just need to move past. Those are the things that you give to the black hole. And once you've given all your feelings to the black hole, and I'm warning you now, it might get heavy. It's a black hole after all. It's very dense in general. And once you start adding to it, especially depending on how much these things that you're adding to it feels, it might get heavier and heavier. So you might have to support with 2 hands. But once you've given all things to the black hole, what I like to do, you can do this by yourself, but what I like to do is imagine one of your spirit guides. Not everybody knows who their spirit guides are. Not everybody believes in calling on their spirit guides. So if you know who your spirit guides are, feel free to call the one that you're most closest to, one that you just feel comfortable with. If you don't know who your spirit guides are, feel free to just call a spirit guide, and one of them shall step forward. Or call an ancestor, a grandparent that passed over, a family member that you feel comfortable with. Anybody to help, really. It's just to help lighten the load and give you a moment of, like a warm hug, as you be so vulnerable and let go. I like to call in King Paimon. I call on him for everything. But imagine one of your spirit guides. You're holding the black hole in the palm of your hand with your palm up. Imagine them coming and putting their hand over yours, over the black hole, almost as if to hold your hand in a sweet embrace. And as you release, they take the black hole from you, almost as if I know some people, they have rituals where they call upon the angels, and they have the angels release their worries for them. You can also call in angels. Don't mind me calling on my demons and all that stuff. You can also call in angels and whoever you feel most comfortable calling to bring this energy up to the heavens, or up to space for you. Just imagine them taking it. And this is just so the energy doesn't flow back to you. Sometimes, you can do it by yourself, but I tried, the last time I did it, the person was behind me, so their arm was over mine like this, so I felt the energy move through me like that, and that can possibly leave residuals, and I don't know if you want to leave residuals of that energy through you. So it could help for them, an entirely spiritual being who is more advanced than us, who would know how to fully release that energy, to fully absorb that energy into them, especially since these are black holes we're talking about. These are some serious motherfuckers, Anyway, honestly, if you guys want me to make an actual guided meditation version of this, let me know, and I will. It will be really short. But if anybody's into this shit, if even one person is into this shit and wants me to make a guided meditation version of this, I will, so it's more cohesive and straightforward. But imagine that person putting their hand over your hand, over the black hole, and helping pull that energy from you. Now imagine that this person that you've called upon takes the energy up into space. And now, to get a little scientific, as we get a little metaphysical here, in space, There is no air. Things freeze in space because it's so fucking cold. Now imagine, well, we're gonna get a little scientific, but we're gonna detach from reality a little bit. And this is why you can envision the black hole as pretty much anything that you want. But imagine them taking the black hole up to space. And in space, in the cold void of space, your little black hole freezes. Now imagine it floating into space, getting caught in the gravitational pull of a planet, and then smashing down into the planet. And exploding, you know? Because, like, we don't believe in leaving trash behind, and God forbid we leave our negative energies just floating into space. So it can become Tektite or Moldavite. Anyway, that is the letting go meditation that I've created for myself. And if anybody else would like to use it for themselves to release energies, even momentarily, feel free. Feel free, you know, because it is my purpose to help you find your purpose and peace. So until next time, Internet Nation, know that you are loved by this guy and that guy. Oh, that feels weird. That feels weird. I don't even know if he's here right now. But you're loved by this guy and this gal. I mean, maybe. She doesn't seem like the most loving type. She's staring at me like, why would you say I love them? I don't even know these people. Anyway, until next time, bye, Internet Nation.